Hey guys, Twister GA here, and today I've got a Dark Souls 3 playthrough on New Game Plus. We are starting New Game Plus, and I'm still gonna finish up the how to beat every boss in Dark Souls videos and stuff like that. Just that because I still need to get the video of the Lord of Cinder, which I accidentally didn't record and beat the game without recording it. So I'm gonna have to go back and play the game over again. Play the game over again just for that video. But here we go. We got the Artorias armor and the Few Knight Greatsword, which honestly I really like. So this series I'm kind of talk about maybe the area design, the characters design, and what I thought about the game, what I thought about the areas and stuff. That mostly it's gonna be commentate over it after I play the game. But if you guys want, I could also do live commentary. I don't know which one you guys would like. I could do live commentary over the bosses only. Maybe that would be interesting. And then post-game commentary after during the everything else. It's not the boss anyway. But here's these crystal lizards, which you guys, we normally kill a small crystal lizards, but this is a big crystal lizard, which actually isn't that hard once you're in New Game Plus and you've got the Fume Knight. I made him weak. I staggered him and then just headshotted him basically. And we got the soul of some heroes. So New Game Plus, it seems like they changed the souls' names. I know I got a soul of a paladin, which I did not get during the regular playthrough. So we start in this area, which you come back to this area later in the game, which is pretty cool in the dark. New enemies and stuff. It was really cool to see them remake this area in darkness. And it definitely felt a bit scarier when you're fighting these people, and it feels lonely. But during the day, it's a pretty cool area to be in. And the Fume Knight, I was going to talk about the Fume Knight. I like the weapon, but it's kind of boring, honestly. And in PvP, it's not the best for me. I'm not very good with the PvP as PvP overall. But this sword is a little bit slow for PvP, so I don't really like it that much. And here I'm going to just go ahead and kill all these guys. We are going to get to the very first boss, which is Gundy or something like that. I actually missed that jump right there. I'm not going to be showing you guys every single thing that I do during the playthrough. I'll just be showing you the most important parts. But I did want to talk a lot about the first episode. So here we're going to kill everybody, and then we are going to get to the boss fight, which honestly, in New Game Plus, this is even easier than it was in the regular game. Even though this game, that's what I like. This weapon is you can kill two guys super easily. But yeah, here we finally get. I wanted to see what it was. I'm thinking about 100%ing this game, but I don't know if you have to collect the rings, all the rings, and then the +3 versions of the rings. Because if I have to do that, that'd be a pain in the ass, and I don't think I will 100% the game if I have to do that. But if I only have to collect the base rings, then it shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, here we're gonna pull out our sword from Gundyr, and you guys can hear my friends talking in the background. I recorded the Skype session too accidentally. Fraps does that. But anyway, we are gonna get him right here. As you can tell, he's already like a fourth of his health is already gone. And Edith Gundyr isn't too hard. Champion Gundyr is much harder. And I remember what I said in my video, so just roll around and hit. And he's already at half health, and I actually do take a bit of damage from this transformed form, but he's not any harder than he would be in the regular game. I just didn't really care about dodging too much. And we are gonna get him. I'm pretty good with dodging. I've gotten much better at dodging in this game. In all my other Dark Souls games, I went full tank with Havel's armor and greatsword. So as you probably realize that I went full tank, slow. If you guys watched my old Dark Souls videos, I was really slow. I didn't move very fast. And in this one, I decided to go with light armor, and that's why I chose the Artorias armor. Funny enough, when I passed this gate, I went to the fire link, and I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know that you were supposed to insert the coiled sword. Nothing made it obvious for me. I didn't read the coiled sword descriptions. I didn't even talk to the firekeeper. I just walked in. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And I looked all around. I'm like, there's got to be a way to get to the correct area. I thought it was gonna be like a hub world, like a Demon Souls, but you just had to put the coiled sword. So it took me a little bit to realize in my first playthrough what I was supposed to do. And I also saw the knight with the katana, and I was like, oh man, I gotta kill him too. The Uchi katana, I think he has, right? And I was like, oh man, I have to kill him. Even though he killed me so many times, but I just had to kill him because I just had to. He was even harder than the regular boss. Right here we're gonna get hit. I do like the Fume Knight Sword 4. It's just PvE though. you can get some pretty nice moves. Normally they get staggered with the stamina, so I recommend it for PvE if you're going for a strength build. I got 52 strength, I think, because of stuff like that where you can hit 2 times. And here we're going to take on this guy, and here's the main reason I recommend this for PvE is you guys will see the R2 heavy attack. You just hit him, he flies back, and before he can even get up, you hit him again, and then you should have enough stamina for again, and you can lock dark spirit, stuff like that. This won't work. That won't work against real people, but it will work against the NPCs really well. So I'm going to go ahead and skip around to the actual first area. So now we're in the high wall of Lothric, and when I first played the game, I know I watched a little bit of the trailers, I watched a bit of it, and I was like, oh, this place is pretty cool. I did watch a little bit of gameplay from Vatvidya, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's the main Dark Souls player that I watch, and I watched a bit of him, and I was like, okay, I kind of understand this area, but I tried to watch as little as possible to get as little as the game spoiled for me. So the only thing I really knew from my first playthrough was that there was people that transformed into those giant gross things, and I knew how to kill them. But other than that, I really didn't know much. I got really confused because the first time that I played this area, I went through this side, which you guys are watching right now, and I made it all the way to the top, which there is nothing there. Just one of the guys that transforms, and that's about it. So I was like, what the hell am I supposed to go? I didn't realize there was 2 ways to go from the bonfire, so I was kind of stuck here for like 10 minutes. I was like, where the hell am I missing? Is there a door I'm missing? Is there a walkway I'm missing? And finally I realized that you could actually walk a different way. But here I'm going to let him transform just because I want to see if he gives me embers or what he gives me if I kill him. I have like 30 or 40 embers. I didn't use any embers during the first playthrough. I only used them for one of the boss fights at the very end. And I didn't really need him. I didn't need the extra health. I didn't even upgrade my health until at the very end of the playthrough. I think I kept 18 vitality the whole way through. So honestly, if you're good at dodging, that shouldn't be a problem. And I was surprised that these Great Axe guys take actually 3 hits to kill, even with my +5 Fume Knight and a 52 strength. Kind of want to change the Fume Knight because I'm here's where you're gonna get invaded. We're gonna use, see right there, with just 1 strike we get the nice stagger, and we're gonna go in for the kill. And that should be about it for that Dark Knight. I really like the area that makes you feel like you're on a castle. It definitely does feel like you're in a war, or at least a war that already finished. And I kind of like that. A lot of the Dark Souls games, you feel very alone in a lot of the games, but in this area you actually feel, I don't know, like you're part of something. It feels like you're with people. At least these people these NPCs aren't attacking you. And but in most Souls games, well, actually, I've noticed that most Souls games like to start with castles and stuff like that. Demon Souls started in a castle, very reminiscent of the end castle in this game, the Lothric Castle. Dark Souls started also in the Undead Burg, was it the Undead Burg, the Undead Parish, stuff like that. That was a castle. And Dark Souls 3, let me think. Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2. I can't remember where Dark Souls 2 started. You went from Majula to, I guess depending on where you went, but I went through the forest, and there wasn't really a castle in Dark Souls, although I did like how it felt like you were in a war in Dark Souls 2 with the giants. That felt awesome. I liked having enemy AIs fighting each other, which is why I like the Dark Graves in this game, that they actually kill other enemies, not because they kill them, but because it feels like the world's more alive to me when they're not just attacking you. So I like that. And here we got all these deserters. I think that from what I can tell, they're deserters from the castle army. If I haven't followed the story that much. In my second playthrough, I'll try to explore it more. But from what I can tell, these red knights are the ones invading, right? I think, because the blue knights are the ones protecting the king, and the red knights seem to be the invaders, but I can't confirm that. I haven't read enough of the items. I kind of just beat the game without making sure of everything. But obviously there's two warring factions, and there's a red and there's a blue. And I think the blue is the ones that are conquering the castle. But I can't be sure. I would have to check more. I have to watch more videos about the lore and stuff and other stuff. And yeah, let's fast forward a bit. So now we're gonna face the giant knight Now this guy's pretty intimidating. You see all these bodies here the first time you fight him. He's pretty intimidating, but he's actually not that hard as long as you can get backstabs. Although his spinning attack really screws you over early game. Yeah, but it's not too hard as soon as you can get behind him and start that backstabs out. They do chase you around even if you start rolling though, which can be a little bit annoying. And he does not die from one hit, unluckily. But I played enough of these guys. Towards the end of the game, they become a pretty common enemy. So you know how to beat him, which is nice. Now we got him. Let's keep on going. We gotta get to the boss fight. And this area is pretty cool, to be honest. All the dead bodies there without any bodies. Not even dead bodies. They're just husks of armor, which I don't know what that leads me to believe, that the people just disappear, turn into dust, maybe. Is that how armor was made? But the knight, that obviously the big fat knight beat him. That's pretty destructive. You beat the knight that beat tons of knights, basically. And we're gonna go get that shortcut shortly. Illusion ahead. See, people are mean with all these illusions. I didn't even realize. See, in Dark Souls 2, you would get the illusionary walls by clicking X, I think, the active button. And in Dark Souls 1, you would get the illusionary walls by hitting them. And in Dark Souls 3, they decided to go back with the hitting him. Honestly, Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1. Here I forgot that you had to open the gate at the top, so I'm like, oh crap, I have to go back in there again. But honestly, it seems like, I know the director of Dark Souls 2 was different, and he obviously liked Dark Souls 1 more, because this game's literally a sequel to Dark Souls 1, almost completely ignoring Dark Souls 2, except for the Shrine Handmaiden. As I can tell, in the giants do seem to be a bit like the Dark Souls 2 giants. But other than that, they seem to almost completely ignore the fact Dark Souls 2 existed, which I'm not too sad about it, because for me personally, the Dark Souls 2 characters, people, they weren't very memorable. I can't really remember any of them off the top of my head except for the cat. But that's because I kind of like the cat's voice, which is actually the same voice actress as that Artorias is one of the four knights. I can't remember, Caesarea, something like that. But yeah, I like the cat, and I couldn't remember many other people from that game. But here there's a bit more memorable characters. Obviously the Katarina Knight, Sigwire, I think it was Sigmire. I can't remember the names. I'm not good with names, that's for sure. But I can remember the characters and their storylines. Henri of Astora is really cool, and I do like Yuria too. So this game has definitely more memorable characters, for sure. And we're gonna kill these knights. These knights are still not easy, even in New Game Plus, even with like weapons. But especially these shield guys, they don't stagger they do stagger, but their shields are annoying as hell. And we are gonna take the blue knight, and I've actually never tried if you take these red knights to the blue knight, do they fight each other, or are blue knights just different rankings? Is like the red knight lower ranking and blue knight higher ranking? I'm not actually sure, but I would assume that they're actually warring factions, because the blue knight is walking around corpses of red knights. I got killed there because I was so used to killing everybody with a couple of hits that I was like, oh man, I can kill him too. So with that, I come back to him, and now I gotta kill him. This time I gotta make it's personal now. Even though I don't really need anything that he's gonna drop, I want it. I just need to kill him. So we do our special arts. He's almost dead, but now that I realize that he's not easy, he's still a little bit of trouble, but I was able to get the 2 hit in. That's another reason I like this weapon. It's just, even if you miss the first one, your character will walk forward a little bit and get the kill. Now here, I was debating if I want to skip everything and go straight by killing her and then getting the Dancer Boreal Valley. But I decided, for the sake of the playthrough, people should watch everything, all the areas. So I decided, might as well just beat the game. 56 Ember, that's how many I have. I decided to not kill him and kill her. So I'm going to go ahead and do the game regularly. And we're going to go down here, and you're going to see how I destroy Vort. Vort's one of these easy bosses in the game. These first couple bosses were nowhere near as hard as the Dark Souls 1 bosses. Mostly because the first boss, the Taurus Demon, wasn't that hard. It was just the fact that he was on an area which you could fall off that made it hard. While in this game, there isn't that. Now here I cut the thing because I did go help people, and I don't think you guys wanted to watch that, or I wasn't sure. So we are going to go ahead and start the fight on Vort. So let's get it started, guys. You guys will see how much damage I do against this enemy, this boss. He has 2,359 health, it seems. So we are gonna do whatever, like exactly the same thing I said in my how to beat video, which was just get behind him. Now I was wondering if he staggers or not with enough damage, but it does not seem like he staggers. Because you guys will see I'll do a crap load of damage to him, but he still doesn't stagger. I don't have much resistance, so any poison or stuff like that still does a lot of damage to me. You will see in the playthrough. I never once pick up anything on resistances, even in Dark Souls 1 or 2. No, never. I never pick resistances, and that makes the poison areas a hell of a time for me. So here we beat Fort, and each part in this playthrough, I am going to just go through an area. So in this area we beat the High Wall of Lothric. In the next area it'll be the Undead, was it the Undead Valley, I think that's what it's called, and then that'll get us up to the Great Wood, and then from then on we'll do the area after that, and then we'll do the area per video. So I don't know how many areas there are in this game, but if it goes that way, the Undead Settlement, that's what it's called. If it goes that way, it shouldn't be a too long of a series, maybe 12 episodes, but it also depends on how often I die towards the end of the game, because at the start everything's really easy, but it starts getting harder obviously towards the end, and I'm not hoping to stay in the poison area for too long, so that will be a short video, as I hate that poison area, and I've already picked up everything that I need from there, so I won't need to scavenge for stuff. And I don't think I'll be going over level 120, as that's apparently where the PvP is going to be around. So hopefully I can beat this game around level 120. So we are getting towards the end of this video. What do you guys think about the way that I set up this video? Do you guys like it? Do you guys want live commentary, or do you want more information on the world, or do you guys want me to keep it the same with a little bit of me talking about the game and what I think about it, and or what do you guys want to have from these playthrough type videos? Or yeah, like I said, I could have live commentary for the bosses only, or I could have live commentary for the whole thing. Obviously there will be more videos if I do it like that, but I don't really mind. If I do it like this, I'll be able to get through an area in one video. If I do it through live commentary, it might take 3 or 4 videos to get through an area, as originally this video was maybe 20-30 minutes, and right now it's 16. Anyway, the video is over here. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.